Hi everybody, I hope making this video that people see why I'm making this video. This video is about steeples, and obviously this one is a dome. Most of them are on churches, some of them are on buildings. I saw one was burnt, but basically I don't know where this one is, but it does. Mickey's here. Hello Mickey.
Hello.
It reminded me and Mickey of the dome in Pisa. Now that one, they cannot remake it. The person who made it that well. There are no plans, which isn't true because, as I said before, my mum got information about relatives in 1856, said one of her relatives crowned the King of Scotland in the 1300s. So they do have all the records, they do know who's built them, they do know when it all happened. They do. If we can go back to the 1300s, I'm sure. Anyway, but the dome, they still don't know how to build it. They cannot build it. They haven't been able to reproduce that dome, have they, Mickey?
No.
So in that itself, that one's quite amazing, isn't it? That's a dome.
Especially if we're talking about this one. Yeah. You see the people up top. How do you do that?
We'll just go to the next bit. Hang on, we'll go to the next bit. So that one was about domes, but these are about steeples, and some of these steeples are quite amazing, and they're absolutely enormous. They're just enormous, great structures. So it's quite amazing that they managed in these times to be able to make them. So you can't feed the people, got no money for this, that and the other, but we can make these big steeples on top of the churches. I mean, they say they put them on there because it's going up to heaven, partly so you could see it, the whole thing, the magnificence of it all. But some of the steeples are quite amazing because they have, it's not just one or four things in one.
Yeah, again, like almost like
this one. We'll stop at this one for a moment. Mickey liked those. So these are the patterns on each of those floors. That's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like makes you wonder why would you do it that in that sort of pattern, so it's being used for something to draw something in or push something out.
Do you think it's how they got the clock working? Do you think that could be the electricity for the clock?
Could well be on some of these towers.
Or electricity for that building, because I worked for a lady where they were taking it out of the ground, electricity. Which they can do. So they can take it out of the ground. They can do it in different ways. It doesn't have to.
In the ground, you get a reading.
Maybe these buildings took it from the ground. We always think it was from the sky.
Yeah.
Maybe the ether helped. But
It's the ground,
but anyway, what does that mean? They're symmetric. What you can't say.
Symmetric patterns.
Yeah.
Well, the same as like when you get on the windows, your church windows, you shouldn't have glass in them, and that's like each window would have a certain pattern, resonating pattern. And the bell inside would resonate to that pattern of the shape of that window, which people who knew what they were at that time would understand. Well, this will heal this, and this is for this. So each pattern,
maybe, yeah.
So like you walk in, come back healed.
Also, when we look at these, a lot of them kind of look like they come from Thailand almost. The style is like it's from Thailand. Some of them are Roman looking.
But even then...
And then when we get through this, we're going to put the video back on.
machines, aren't they, in Thailand, All the points the same as on these churches.
But obviously these are clock towers as well, and those ones wouldn't have been. But we're going on now, we're just moving on because we will come to that. And then, Mickey was looking at them thinking, wow, look at all that. So basically they do have the information. I mean, look at that.
They know how to use it.
They look like rockets, don't they?
Unfortunately.
A little bit. Blow it up, do whatever you want, just picking up bits. But I was just quite interested because some of these steeples are really tall, and I suppose as a time look a bit more Gothic-like. But again, look, see that one's. I don't know if that one is on a. Oh, that is. Yeah, it is a church. Look, spire, lantern, belfry.
At the corner. How you would say it nowadays. It's their way of saying it, what it is.
But we have a lot of square turrets, but these aren't. These ones are.
Well, as you said,
most of them are Gothic looking. I just went through. I was looking for tall steeples And the fact that they're so much taller than the buildings.
Oh God, yeah.
We're going to stop at one in a minute because it's coming.
It's like the higher you are, the closer to God, basically.
Yeah, look, more rockets. I mean, look at that. That doesn't particularly look in, does it? That looks, I don't know, what do you call it? Some of them are beautiful. Oh, I know that one's a drawing. Look how small the actual building is down there and how big the steeple is. That they look a bit more like Big Ben, don't they? Just different versions. It's coming. It'll come in a minute. So I just looked up some stuff, you know, stick the things in.
Just a bit of info, isn't it?
Just a bit of info you can look at. So basically, too much maintenance is why the churches are closing. But they didn't. They had the monies, and they don't now.
I remember in the old days, we sort of raised the money for the roof for the charity.
Yes, but the church have sold the land off, so they had the money.
Spire on it.
So where's the money gone?
That'd be like late 1800s, isn't it? Georgian time. Put the new roof on.
God, they've shoved religion in our face. Is the reason why everything changed, and now it's dying out. There's just a few more here. I think
there's an old nursery rhyme.
Look at that. Just look at the steeple on that with that church. I mean, Mickey will say, "Oh, but the steeple looks different to the church." Maybe it does a bit, but what an amazing steeple! What that church has to be built to keep that steeple up.
Remember the old nursery rhyme. This is a church. This is a steeple.
Look at the size of that.
It's been added onto a church.
Really? This is the burnt one. It's on there a couple of times, that one.
This top has been added.
Yeah, but look how big that steeple is. I mean, how tall that is. I mean, the steeples are much taller than the churches. They have weight more than anything to how they built it. These people were more advanced than us. I like that one. I think that's a very nice one. Yeah, some of them are in London, some are in America. I think that's the same church, but I don't mean to, but I think I've got a few pictures of that. I mean, just look at that steeple. Just look at the size of it.
That's the round one, isn't it?
I mean, that doesn't look real, does it? It looks like someone CGI'd it. It's that big.
There's been a couple of them.
Cool. I wonder if he went up that other one. That is just so tall. You wouldn't be getting me going up there.
It.
But the steeples are beautiful. They're not just turrets, are they? Square turrets. Well, they are, but on top is a steeple. Mickey's just checking on the pasta that we've got cooking downstairs. But the steeples, most of them have got these square turrets. And I wonder whether they've been chopped off on some of the churches. So some won't realise that they had the spirals on there. And Gothic, doesn't it, that one? They could be like this. They don't all have big steeples on the top. Bye, Ellie! My daughter's going off. See, that one looks more Roman, but it's still masses away above the church. It's got its square turret, but then it's got a steeple. That one is a bit weird, isn't it? I think that's on a church. That is its steeple. Yeah, its steeple. Just these things are so tall. And like we were talking about the dome before, that they can't find the plans of how they made that. They can't make anything like that today. So that shows you how much more advanced these people were than us. Unfortunately, their technology just looks old, but it was far more advanced. Yes. We're coming now. We're going to see it to show you what I mean, because we might not realise. So there's a turret with a steeple, turret with a steeple, square tower. See, that's the tower, and then they stuck the steeple on it. Victorian picture, but again, amazing. Looks like today, almost. So I think that one's in there twice. Where's my pillar ones? I hope we haven't gone past it when I was talking to Mickey. There it is. See, now we see a lot of these with this. There it is. See, now we see a lot of these with this bit and the square turrets. So where's the steeples then? So these ones have been taken off. Or it would have looked more like, where's the picture? Come on. That one, see? The steeples, but they've taken the spire bit off. I don't know. what's going on. I thought I'd find a lot more with churches with their steeples taken off, so that we don't realise how Gothic it is here. Well, that's the time. Oh, that's the same building, except the very top bits are different. Same as that, with the two steeples. It's the same up to, and then it's, but I mean, some of them are just beautiful, and they're so big. They're not tiny, are they? Everything's big. So you have to build it just then, even though they're pretending that we were poor and on horses. It's just rubbish. See, this one looks like it's more from Thailand. You know, Floss is walking around and opening doors. I think that's London. It's Cathedral. Don't quite know what that is, but just more that the domed ones, Mickey thinks they look more like Crown. But again, there's the picture that started it all. I think we're going to be finished. Oh no, that one was quite amazing as well. But we'll finish on the picture we started at. You know, if they can't remember or find how they built this, but they did, it just shows you something else was going on, and it's all being so covered up, and we've got to pretend that we're numpties instead of realising what went on. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. What's your thoughts?